This jet's one of the most hyped and controversial fighters in the world. Russia spent over a decade building it. It was supposed to be their answer to America's stealth jets. Western experts call it a knockoff, low-budget version of the F-22 stealth fighter. That isn't even that stealthy. Sounds messy already, right? This is the SU-57 Felon, Russia's most advanced warplane. Despite the bold claims, they've only built a couple dozen for a jet that was meant to lead Russia's air dominance. That's a problem. So what's going on? Is this all propaganda? Or are we underestimating the serious threat? Let's find out. Flashback to the 1980s. The U.S. launched the ATF program, which gave us the F-22 Raptor, the world's first true stealth air superiority fighter. Stealth doesn't mean invisible. It means radar can't lock onto you before you already fired the shot. How the year U.S. leaned into stealth for first strike capability. Russia took a different approach. Power, crazy agility, and speed. Stealth secondary. Russia's first 5th-gen try was the MiG-44, born from the MFI program. It looked wild, had promise, and then the Soviet Union collapsed. 90s were brutal. Budgets vanished. MiG-44 was shelved, but Sukhoi didn't give up. It built the experimental SU-47 Berkut with forward-swept wings. Cool looking, flew well in games, but never meant for mass production. It was just a tech demo to prove Sukhoi still had talent, and it worked. In the 2000s, Russia launched a new stealth program called PAK-FA, short for Perspective Aviation Complex of Frontline Aviation. Weird name. Big promise. Sukhoi got the contract, and the Su-57 was born. Visually, the Su-57 looks stealthy. Angular lines, slanted fins, low-profile nose. Then you notice odd choices. Instead of using one large blended engine bay like the F-22 or F-35, the Su-57 has separate engine nacelles. Similar to older flanker jets, it boosts agility and lift but makes it more visible to radar. Its vertical stabilizers are slanted like stealth jets but double as advanced control surfaces. Closer in design to the U.S. rejected YF-23 than the Raptor. Even the nose resembles the NF-23, a forgotten Navy concept. The SU-57 also features LERX surfaces, extra wing extensions for more lift. Again, the design says maneuverability first, stealth second. And there's the big one. Engine nozzles. The Su-57 uses traditional, round vector thrust nozzles, not the flat stealth nozzles you'd expect. Plus, its engines, the AL-41F1S, have exposed fan blades, which reflect radar. Big no-no in stealth design. Oddly, even the older Su-47 had better stealth ducting. Critics noticed, and they didn't hold back. Let's talk radar cross-section, RCS, a measure of how invisible a plane is, according to leaked Russian patent data. The Su-57 has an RCS of 1 square meter. Compare that to the F-35 0.00005 or the F-22 0.0001. That's a massive gap. An aviation group ran independent RCS simulations. They found the Su-57 has a frontal RCS of 0.48 square meters. The F-35 just 0.06. Basically, the Su-57 is stealthy from the front, but lit up from other angles. Though no, this isn't F-22 rival when it comes to stealth. The story doesn't end there. Here's where the Su-57's biggest weakness really shows: its engines. Right now, it flies with modified AL-41F1 engines, the same family used in older jets like the Su-35. They work, but they're not what the Su-57 was designed for. Real engine, Izdeliye 30, is still not ready. It's supposed to offer more thrust, lower fuel consumption, and, crucially, a lower heat signature. That would help stealth, but for years Russia has been saying it's almost done, still waiting. Though today, the Su-57 is like a supercar with a borrowed engine. It can fly, but not at full potential. There's more. India was originally on board. They signed a joint deal to co-develop a 2-seat version of the Su-57 called FGFA. Billions were on the table. After years of delays, tech disagreements, and transparency issues, India walked away. That wasn't just lost money. It was lost international trust. And back in Russia, production's been slow. It promised 76 jets by 2028, but so far, fewer than 30 exist. And that includes prototypes. Some of that is due to sanctions. Some of it is just poor execution. Despite all this, Russia is still using the Su-57, though in limited roles. Have deployed it in Ukraine and Syria. mainly for standoff attacks using long-range missiles, or close-range dogfights, or full combat showdowns. It's a chance to collect data and show the world it's not just vaporware. There are even unconfirmed reports that the SU-57 fired missiles from outside detection zones. True, that would hint at its sniper-like role rather than stealth dogfighting. Let's be clear. The SU-57 isn't a stealth jet on the level of the F-22 or F-35. Its RCS is higher, its engines aren't up to standard, its design is full of compromises, but calling it a failure oversimplifies the picture. His priority wasn't just stealth. It was building a jet that can dogfight, hit ground targets, and adapt. There's talk of a two-seat version that could control drones or run electronic warfare missions. But let's not forget, the Su-57 isn't alone. The Su-75 checkmate is on the way. Cheaper, export-friendly stealth jet based on Su-57 design ideas. Let it fly, baby. But it shows Russia isn't quitting. Laughing off the Su-57 is easy. History says, maybe don't. The West laughed at the Su-27 flanker. Then it matched F-15 exercises, mocked the MiG-25. Then it outran every U.S. jet. The Su-57 might not be invisible, but it's fast, maneuverable, and heavily armed. It's also a symbol. Message from Russia to the world. Still in this game. And with global tensions rising, that message is hard to ignore. So what do you think? The Su-57 a future threat, or just a flashy paperweight? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our next deep dive. Might even look at the Su-75 or some secret US 6th gen projects. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp, stay curious, and stay flying.
delays and issues due to the engine and the completely new avionics with the radar, sensors, etc. that was supposed to go into this aircraft. And so the Indians, rightly so, got fed up with it in 2018. They exited the project with the option to buy a finished aircraft in future if Russia ever got around to mass producing it and it entered service within the Russian Air Force. But this is where it gets dicey. Russia dropped their initial plan of 200 of these fighters all the way just to one squadron of 12. Talk about a decrease. But this was soon changed with the first contract for 76 aircraft being signed in 2017. But this delivery has been extremely slow, and so far only around 10 plus airframes are in operational service.